Texting, a form of communicating using electronic messages with the use of phones and computers. And with these, we're able to text people and communicate online in an instant using apps like iMessage, Discord, Instagram, or even TikTok. Now, texting is great, especially if you're antisocial or something like that. But since people can respond at any time they feel like, this can allow people to put the bare minimum when talking to someone, especially since it's online, which creates the absolute worst types of texters to exist. So, we're gonna go through some of the worst types of texters right now, starting with the dry texter. So the dry texter. Now this is one of the worst out of the list because of how uninteresting this guy is. Dry texters usually respond with one word or very few words if more than one. But if you're the one starting the conversation, which is probably most of the time, then you're no doubt already familiar with these guys being the types of texters to respond with okay, lol, or any of these. Now on the off chance that these guys start the conversation, it'll probably be just a what you doing or what's good. Which, if you do respond and answer to this, the drying cycle would just repeat and you will respond with a text drier than an Arizona basement. Like, come on, I thought you were trying to talk about you just want world record speedrun for fastest and smallest text conversation. The worst part is that some of these guys are actually pretty talkative in person, but it's just on text, these guys are so dry. It's like getting catfish, but for conversations. Like, these guys cannot be the same person. Dry texters are hella boring people, but at least they're still there in reply, because, now we got the ghoster. So the ghoster. Now, first of all, I'm hoping that none of you have had the displeasure of texting this person because it is so annoying to deal with this person. Like, bro, block this dude if you can. But if you're like me and stuck with this dude for a group project, you're kind of screwed. You're gonna have to finish the project by yourself because he just up and left the moment you two were assigned as partners. But that's not the point. Ghosters will leave you unread at the worst moments and always when you need them for something, because you already know if they need you first for homework answers or something, they will make sure you'll know, calling you hella and contacting you on every platform known to man, even Google Hangouts. But the worst part is that these dudes don't even acknowledge that they ghost you. You can ask this dude the next day why he ghosted you and he'll probably say he didn't see your message or something, which is obviously wrong. But if you press this dude for more details, he'll just say something like his phone was taken away by his mom, which is a total ass grab. But you can't do anything because initiating anything just ain't worth the time and effort. So if you run into a ghoster, then please block this person or something, because these guys are not it. But on a less serious note now, we got the wall texters. So wall texters. Now wall texters always be texting the longest text messages ever. Like, I hate reading all this. Like, these guys genuinely think that I'm gonna read all their messages. These dudes don't know how to space out their messages correctly because it will be paragraph after paragraph without a chance for you to respond, or sometimes it's even just a big old wall of text. And somehow these guys always have the best grammar, punctuation, and spelling known to man. They'd be using commas, never using abbreviations, and fully spelling out words or phrases. They're out here texting messages in MLA format, double space, Times New Roman, size 12, and everything. Like it's gonna be graded by an English teacher, or like they're making their own novel. Like, I'm not trying to read a book. Now, if you're a wall texter, then you need to stop and shorten your messages, or at least wait for a response first, because this is not okay. Now combine this dude with the ghoster and it's gonna be diabolical out there. But hey, now we got the old texters. So old texters, or I guess old people in general. Now, no offense to old people, but damn, natural selection's a real son of a bitch. But anyway, this age range is composed of Facebook moms, or basically just grandmas and grandpas. But most of the time, they'll spawn in family group chats when you discuss who's showing up for Thanksgiving or Christmas or like any family gathering event. But you know that you spotted an old person texter when they probably text with their index fingers and like send text messages in the form of emails or like an actual letter where your dears sincerely love grandmas in their messages. And these guys are the complete opposites of wall texters with their grammar, unless they are wall texters, but their grammar has got to be a crime in some parts of the country. I know my English teacher would be crying in the shambles if they stumbled upon old people grammar, because like, man, I can't even be mad at these guys, but what is this? They're also responsible for being the only people to use the most unused emojis, like the recycle emoji or any of the flag emojis. Now, I can respect the grandpa hustle, but man, it's so sad to see this happening. And also, on the subject of old people, I feel like most old people usually just call anyway, rather than text. Like, I'm pretty sure my grandparents don't even know what texting is. They probably think it's an advanced form of emailing or something. So, honestly, old people texters are just like another rare breed of texters. But now we got slow texters. Now, slow texters usually see text messages from you eventually. Now, unlike ghosters, slow texters will respond to you on time. But as for when they see it, that's a whole mystery. Sometimes they will see it on time and respond early, but other times they can respond literally the next morning. Now, sometimes the reasons are valid, maybe he can't use his phone or his phone was taken away. And that's it, because unless you literally just don't have your phone on you, you need to go out of your way to just not respond. And I especially hate the people that just deliberately swipe their notifications away thinking that they'll remember to respond later, because you know what? Half the time they don't remember, and now my ass is crippled when I needed homework answers from them. And don't even get me started on when they just leave you with the little text bubbles, because you would think that they're going to respond to you real soon, right? Well, if you said yes, then you're wrong, because it actually means that they'll send their message way later. You'll be left on red for a good 30 minutes or so just waiting. The amount of patience you need for these texts is insane. But now we got the abbreviation slash emoji spammers. These are the guys that be shortening all their messages to the point that you don't even recognize what they're saying. Now, abbreviations like OMG, LOL, LMAO, or I don't know, are absolute classics that everyone can use. But these guys are over here shortening the word just to J, using R instead of our. Like, bro, it's just a few more letters. Do you really not have the time to type the remaining letters? And some of these abbreviations are so bad. If you got a friend that's using that spelled as that with a D, later with an A, or actually any word in general that's abbreviated with a number, then I'm sorry, you gotta drop that friend, block that dude. You can't be putting up with this. Also, the emoji usage has got to go. There's an unspoken rule about the amount of emojis that should be limited in a text message. What is this? And the arsenal of laughing emojis is low-key crazy now too. I won't lie. You got the classic laughing emoji, the laughing cat, the clown emoji, the skull emoji, and the Hawaii emoji, the Stonehenge face emoji. But still, these damn texters be spamming each and every one of them, and the emoji spam over here is making me think I'm about to get scammed or something, because you already know only scammers be using this obscene amount of emojis. And real talk, when was the last time that you unironically saw someone using like the anchor emoji, the phone emoji, or like these creepy ass sun and moon emojis? Like never, right? Well, except the old texters, I guess. Okay, but finally we got Android texters. Now I'm just playing, don't go. We got the Reels slash TikTok texter. Now the Reels texter will probably never say a single word to you ever. Y'all can be friends and talk in real life frequently, but over text, he probably won't say a damn thing to you most of the time. He'll only send you Reels on Instagram or TikToks. This is the guy that's gonna wake you up with notifications at 3 a.m. And when you check your phone, you're just gonna be blasted with 70 plus Reels or TikToks. Like, what could you possibly be doing to send this many Reels? Like, it's 3 a.m. Go to sleep, bro. We got school the next day. But to be honest, this is probably the most harmless texter out of all the ones mentioned today, because they ain't really gonna do much. But you're still gonna see me complaining because I ain't watching this many Reels and because he interrupted my sleep. And I'm not just gonna take that. But these types of texters, if they do message you back with an actual word or something, will usually just be a one-word response or like the skull emoji or something. This guy is kind of like a variation of the dry texter, but a little bit funnier. So I guess that's the one thing that's going for this dude's texting skills. But Reels texters are still pretty bad, because like I'm trying to have a conversation with this dude, but all he does is send me memes on the daily. But yeah, that's the worst types of texters. Some of you guys may or may not have even encountered any of these texters, but for the most part, people who text are often way different compared to how they act in real life. It's kind of crazy what texters there are. Social media has turned the way we act online into something just insane, because people's online behaviors or texting behaviors in general be insane sometimes. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like the video, comment if I missed anything, and subscribe for more, and I'm out of here.